Going to be doing Control Kit basics, so if you are brand new to Lashify, stick around. I'm going to show you a full application using the Lashify Control Kit. I pinned it here for you if you're trying to check things out and you're just getting started with Lashify. You can click on the Control Kit down below and you can still shop the site. Say hello as you guys are popping in. If you have questions along the way, let me know. I will be here to apply and answer your questions. Lashify Bev is going to be in the comments as well to help answer your questions. So let's get started, okay? So Lashify is a DIY lash extension system. I already have a very natural set on, and I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. Look how subtle that is. It's subtle, but it really kind of pulls together my whole natural look, right? Lashify is a DIY lash extension system. You can do it easily, safely at home. I'm going to show you how. How do you get started? You're going to click on the Control Kit right there down below so you can check it out. You have a few choices. You're going to choose either the black case or the white case. Everything inside is the same. If you get the black Control Kit, your patented Fuse Control one is going to come in the color bronze. If you get the white Control Kit, your Fuse Control one is going to come in hologram. You're going to get two sets of bond. It's a dual-sided tube. You're gonna get clear and black on the other side. You're gonna get our water-resistant sealer called glass, and then you're gonna get two sets of gossamers to play with. You're gonna get to choose either 10mm and 12mm lengths or 12 and 14mm. So if you want something super natural, barely there, just like your natural lashes but better, go with the shorty kit 10 and 12. Or if you don't mind a little bit of length, you have a lot of lid space, go with the 12-14. If you can't decide, take our Control Kit Finder quiz and that'll help you choose which to get in your kit. You're actually also going to choose the style that you start with. You're going to choose either Amplify, Bold, or Curl. Amplify is what I have on right now. These are all 10mm lengths. Amplify has very thin fibers, super natural, and it sits very relaxed. Not a ton of curl, so go with that if you want something super natural. If you want a mascara look, go with the Bold kit. It has slightly thicker fibers and a little bit more curl. If you want a light lash lift look, you're gonna go with the Curl Kit. It has the same thin fibers as Amplify, but with a tighter curl. It looks like you just got a lash lift. Hi Bev, Bev's in the comments for you. We're also streaming to YouTube and Facebook, so if you are on one of those platforms, say hi. Bev is gonna be in there as well. If you wanna come interact with me directly, come to Lashify.com. That's where I can see comments, all right? Otherwise, stay where you are. Bev will get your questions answered there. Your Control Kit also has a magnified mirror, so you can apply Lashify anywhere very easily. And then everything comes inside this magnetic storage box. This is always such a fun unboxing. You're gonna get a lid space finder tool to help you choose some other sizes to try out because you're gonna want more. You're gonna get a set of wandums. These are gonna go over the tips of your Fuse Control wand. They help reduce stickiness because we're using flexible bonds that get tacky. You're gonna get a QR code to scan. That's gonna take you to the how-to page, our learn page, where you can follow along with our amazing tutorials. You're also gonna get a welcome letter from Sahara, the inventor, CEO, and founder of Lashify, and your Control Kit comes inside here. You're gonna lift it up and this little foam cover as well, and you're gonna get a little place to put your gossamer storage because once you try the sets in your Control Kit, you're gonna wanna try other styles, other sizes, because the best part about Lashify is you get to mix and match styles and create your own lash looks. Is that the 2.0 LED kit? No, so this is our classic Control Kit. And it is a one-time purchase of $145, comes with everything you need. It also comes with a sample of Melt Away and Pre-Cleanse, our remover, and our lash prep. I can show you the LED 2.0 kit. So here, great question, Naomi. Thanks for joining us today. It's gonna come inside this foam, sort of satin kind of a feel on the hard foam case. When you open it up, you're gonna get our charger because the mirror does light up and you can recharge it. Of course, you get your lid space finder tool, a new welcome letter, and then your LED kit comes inside here. See, it has a little magnetic closure here. You lift it up, you still get your gossamer storage card, or your gossamer cartridge storage, words. And then your kit, it's a little bit higher than, it's a little bit thicker. Let me grab the OG kit, our original kit. And it's a little bit, let's see, I got it. It's a little bit higher in profile, but it's leaving space for that LED and the components to light it up. And it comes with this frosted kind of diagram to help you get oriented to your kit. It does peel away so you can use the mirror, and the most fun part, if you tap it, it lights up. It is dimmable, so if you hold it down, it brightens up. If you want more light, you can dim it back down just by holding it, and then when you're done, you just tap it to close. Amazing, right? And then the difference with the LED control kit is you're gonna get the fuse control one in this beautiful sapphire color. You're gonna get to choose either the classic curve or the petite curve, and then instead of 2 gossamers, you're actually gonna get 4 gossamers free, and you get to choose from any style in our collection. Any style, any size. You're not just limited to amplify, bold, or curl. Amazing, right? So if you don't have the LED kit already, I think it's something great to add to your collection. The perfect travel case because of that LED amazing light. It's really everything you need. So great question. Thank you. Thanks for having me show this to everyone. So let's get started. So like I said, I'm gonna use Amplify today. Amplify is super natural. I really like it because it's like my lashes, but better. I mean, check it out. These are my natural lashes. I have okay natural lashes. They're healthy, but they're kind of light. They're not super long. These look like mine, but like real good, right? Like thick, not too much. It's almost like somebody would be like, oh, you've been taking your vitamins. How do you get your lashes to look so good, right? Beautiful. Is that Vanessa? Is that you, Vanessa? So again, you get two sizes in your control kit. For today, I'm going to show you how to just use one size across. These are A10 millimeter, A10s all the way across. I use 6. I did do a slight overlap, and this is like perfect for me for a supernatural look that's like a no-brainer, right? That's cool. My name is still beautiful. Amazing. Don't worry. Hopefully they'll fix that soon. All right, so let's get started. First thing we always want to do is prep our lashes. This is pre-cleanse, which you will get a sample of in your control kit. I'm going to use our fluffer tool. You can use a clean spoolie. You can, if your face is clean, you can put it on a cotton round and just clean the entire eye area. I'm trying to save my makeup, so I'm just going to run pre-cleanse through my lashes to make sure I am removing any oil from my skin or my skincare products or residue from my makeup so that my bond adheres properly, right? Oil is kind of going to be your worst enemy when it comes to this system because we're using flexible bonds that don't harden. And the ingredients are safe for sensitive eyes. So there's no cyanoacrylate, no latex, no formaldehyde. If you have allergies to those things or if you tend to be sensitive to other lash glues, this is going to be a great system for you to use, right? Clean, dry lashes is how we start. We want to make sure they're dry. If you had run out of pre-cleanse, the next best prep is to wash your face with an oil-free cleanser or like a baby shampoo, and don't apply anything after that. Then you can just start your application from there. That makes sure that your lashes are super clean and ready for application. Hi, Evelyn. Hello from Arizona. So I'm using our blow tool. This is a nice extra tool if you're looking for something extra. It just helps speed up the process as you go. It will help dry down your pre-cleanse. It will also, as you're moving into applying your bond, it'll help get it tacky to a good working consistency. All right, so nice extra tool. I think it's my favorite aside from pre-cleanse. We'll take it. I mean, amazing. Okay, all right, so lashes are clean, lashes are dry. Now, when you get your control kit, like I said, you're gonna get a dual-sided Whisper Light bond. This is our bond. You're gonna get black on one end, and it's gonna come with a micro mascara applicator. On the other end, with the white writing, you're gonna get clear Whisper Light. It comes out white and dries down clear. Sometimes product will collect along the stem here, totally natural. I think when you get your, when you open it up for the first time, this will be pretty clean. It will kind of collect, but that's totally normal as you open and close the tube. No difference between these two bonds. They're the same, it's just the color. Now, these bonds were designed to be layered. So like layers of nail polish, thin coats, we're gonna let each coat get tacky before we move on to the next step, before we add more bond or start putting our lashes on. This is important to make sure that you're applying thin coats and tacky and letting it get tacky, because you don't want product to get everywhere. A little bit of product goes a very long way, and if you wait 30 to 60 seconds between steps of bond application, you're gonna get a really nice, easy application. I'll show you what I mean. So you can use just the clear, you can use just the black side, you can combine. I'm gonna show you a combination. You're gonna find what works best for you. You might decide you like one way of applying bond over another, okay? You're gonna experiment. So I'm gonna take the black side. This is great for applying a little bit to your lashes. Coming in, I am wiggling just a tiny bit so that I know I'm getting a little coverage. I always recommend applying maybe halfway up your lashes if you have longer lashes or if they tend to clump at the tips. Some people can pull the bond through the length of the lashes, and that's fine. But if you find that you're getting clumping, maybe just concentrate your bond along the lower half of your lashes, and a little bit goes a long way. It looks like a very light coat of mascara. You don't want to go in too heavy, right? Just like layers of nail polish, if you come in too heavy, it's gonna get globby. It's not gonna dry down enough for you to work with. You're gonna start spreading it around and product's gonna get everywhere. We wanna make sure that when we apply bond, our lashes don't clump, okay? If they are clumping, that might be that, you know, you're applying a little bit too much, and that's okay. Take a clean spoolie, pick up the excess, and let it hang out and get tacky for a little bit, all right? So while that's getting tacky, I'm gonna wait. Always slow down. This is like the #1 thing with newbies. You get nervous that the bond's gonna dry down too fast and then you move way too fast. It actually works in your favor to slow down. So take that time. So now let's remove our gossamers. When you open your cartridge and pull, when you open your control kit and pull out your cartridges, when you turn them over, you're gonna see a letter and a number. So I chose Amplify 10mm. I know that's backwards for you. You might see a B or a C here, and you could see you can totally do that. You get 2 sizes in your kit, so you can play with some lash mapping, a little bit of variation, but if you want to keep it simple, A10s or A12s, whatever you like. You want to remove the gossamer lashes with your fingers, grabbing all the fibers, because they're delicate, right? This is the first lash to be designed to be worn underneath the natural lashes. They had to be delicate for this underlash placement because it needs your lashes. If you're wearing something too heavy, you might have a little bit of damage. So these are made to be fine and comfortable. So you can remove using your fingers. You can also insert some tweezers into these slots and just loosen the cover. It can remove completely if you want, but you can just loosen it if that's more helpful. So coming in, grabbing all my gossamers, I'm gonna use 6. You might not know how many you're gonna use across for the first time or the first couple times, and that's okay. It will depend on the length of your eye. I've found after many applications that my eye usually takes 5 across, but I'm gonna overlap a little bit today, so I'm gonna add 1 more gossamer, and that covers my eye. It's different for everyone. Maybe 4 gossamers for some people, maybe up to 7 or 8 if you have larger eyes, all right? Okay, so you have the option of sticking with the black bond. If you wanted to add more, we're gonna layer our bonds. We're gonna create a light cushion of bond. You could just stick with the black. You could move to the clear. Again, you're gonna play and see what you like. I am gonna show you how I like to bond. I like to do 2 light layers of bond, black on my natural lashes, and then the clear applied onto the spines, a very, very small amount onto the spine, the part of the lash that holds all the fibers together, and it's a very, very tiny amount. I'm gonna set this down because I want it to get tacky. This white bond has to go clear, and that is how I know it's ready to go. If I start applying while it's wet like this, it's gonna slide and I'm gonna get product everywhere. Like I said, we're gonna get clumpy lashes and it's not gonna be an easy application. So coming in, take your time, apply a little bit of bond. You could also apply this second layer of bond, whether it's clear or black, directly along the base of your lashes. So you have a few options. Again, you're gonna play, you're gonna see what you like. The game that I played with myself as a new user was, what's the least amount of product I can use to get a good hold? And I think that is a great way to approach it, because less really is more in most cases. You do want a good coverage with the bond, but it's very different from lash glues that you get from the drugstore. You actually want to use a lot less, and you want to make sure it gets tacky. I love how little on the spines just adds extra hold and works. Yes, and because I'm gonna overlap, this is great, because if you're gonna overlap by a little bit, you need a little bond on those overlap points, right? So I don't have to think about, there's already bond on the spines. I don't have to think about adding more and being strategic about it. So I applied bond to all of my lashes. I set them down. By the time I'm done with the last one, the first one's probably ready to go. Let's check it out. Let's check it out. So I'm grabbing, oh yeah, look at that. It is picking up some white, but that's just my lights, but it has gone clear. It's not completely white anymore, and that's good. I know it's gonna be nice and tacky. Let's do a little tacky test here too. Let's tap, oh yeah, I'm feeling some bubblegum stick. I also wanna check to make sure that there's no transfer, because if there's transfer, it's still too wet. It's gonna get slidey, right? So tacky and not wet is what we're looking for. We're good to go. So your Fuse Control Wand, you're gonna get to know her, you're gonna practice. This is a patented tool. This did not exist before Lashify. It was designed to fit the curve of your eye. It's a precision tool, okay? So it might take some practice figuring out how to hold it, how to maneuver it. I always tell people to keep your elbow up. I tend to see a lot of people, because the work is small, right? It's all right here, so you kind of get scrunched. Keep yourself open. You'll have a lot more room, and it'll be more comfortable to work, all right? You're gonna look down into a mirror. Your control kit has a beautiful mirror that you can turn towards you and look straight down into, because you're gonna be aiming for 1 to 2 millimeters away from your wet line. It is super important to keep a little gap at the base. You want to see the roots of your lashes under here. If you place that spine, that part that holds the lashes together, too close to your wet line or directly on your wet line, it's going to be very uncomfortable, right? The idea is comfortable lashes, zero poking. Like, sometimes I forget I'm even wearing them. And that's how you know. If you can't feel them, it's in a good place. Also, if they're too close to the wet line, the moisture from your eyes is gonna break up that bond, and you're not gonna get great longevity or hold, right? And as also, I can't speak today, also leaving that gap ensures that you have some room at the base of your lashes so that they can move freely. We don't want tension on the roots of the lashes that could potentially damage your natural lashes, right? We wanna keep our natural lashes healthy. So that's why we keep a gap. It takes a little bit of getting used to, because it's different from how you would apply some other false lashes, but you'll get there, I promise. Leave a little gap, okay? Love that. We've also left out a few natural hairs on the inner corner. We never go all the way to the last hair on the inner and outer corners. Those little baby lashes are usually more sparse, they're a little bit weaker, and in general, they're not as good at holding up gossamers. So we bring in our placement by just a couple hairs. Again, another little note, a little thing to get used to, but you'll know if it, especially if you go too far in on the last hair, you'll feel it. It'll be pokey, super uncomfortable, and Sahara solved for that mess of no more pokey lashes with this system. Look at that. So I did overlap by a smidge. The end of this gossamer and the end of this gossamer are sitting right here. And for my eye shape, that looks really nice. It helps blend the fibers together better. The baby inner lashes. I love that, Bev. So true, so true. Yeah, just let them breathe, right? Okay, coming in, like I said, I'm just doing A10s all the way across, leaving a little gap, making sure I can see the roots of my lashes. My lashes are so dark. I know that's hard for you to see, but I know I have a little bit of a gap. I'm looking down into the mirror and I can see exactly where they're getting placed. If you put your mirror down like a little bit high up, maybe stack some boxes, it's really nice so that you can look down and actually work like this. If you need a little bit of lift, that's a great way to work. Look down into a mirror. That's another hot tip we have for you. Okay, coming in, we're on our fourth A10 gossamer, slightly overlapping. And again, you don't have to rush through your application. Even though your bond has gotten tacky, it's not gonna dry down really fast. You have a really nice long working time, so go slow. You can even move things around if you weren't super happy with your placement. I love this. It makes it very easy for new users, super forgiving. You won't mess up your lashes. Let's fuse just a tiny bit. I'm using the tips of my fuse control wand to just gently spot fuse so that they don't wiggle through my application, and then I'll do some good fusing once I get them all on. So let's get this guy back on. And I kind of like to tap if I think it's in a good place so that it's really adhering to my lash. Little spot fuse. Sit back, make sure you like it, and then keep right on going. If you have questions along the way, let me know. I love these A10s. They're so natural. They're so easy, really pretty, like my lashes, but better. Very slight curl. I mean, I could, wear these and no one would even know that they're not real, right? They're so pretty. I feel like the A's are so underrated. And we're getting this nice Velcro catch. See, this is why we wait for the bond to get tacky, because once they go on, it's like they're stuck on. The cool thing about Lashify is there's some science behind it. The bonds and the material of the gossamers, which is Korean PBT silk, a synthetic material, they are molecularly attracted to one another. It's not like any other adhesive. They are they're attracted to one another in a process that's called magnetic adhesion. There's no magnets, but in chemistry, that's what it's called. They're molecularly attracted to each other, and that's why this works. Really cool, right? I know, I was floored when I first discovered this system. Just the innovation. We have 185 patents on the system, so it's like very innovative. How long can you wear them before removing? So it depends. It really is up to you. Most of our clients wear their sets for 5 to 7 days, but some people will wear them less. Like I prefer a 3 to 4 day wear if I'm going for any kind of longevity, and some people wear them longer. So it's really up to you, and it depends on your personal eye chemistry, your bonding method, and your personal preference. Easy, so easy. So let's fuse. I did fuse already, but I'm gonna break down fusing for you. You're gonna get a set of wandums in your kit. These go over the tips of your fuse control wand. They're silicone covers that help reduce stickiness. They add a little bit extra cushy surface area. So if you're nervous about putting this close to your eye, keep the wand-ums on. Keep the wand-ums on. They're kind of like bumpers for the fuse control wand. So that was a full fuse. I came in with the bump going away from me because it will follow the curve of your eye. Come in, settle the wand, and I'm really aiming for the spines, the base of the lashes. That's what I want to secure. Super easy. You can keep the wand-ums off if you want. It just means that you're gonna get a little bit of more precision, but maybe some stick, because we're working with those flexible bonds. They're gonna stay tacky for quite a while, right? So just move slower. So if you want, you can come in also with or without the wand-ums in a reverse position and use the tips. Base there, this is very comfortable. I'm not pinching myself. If you find that you're kind of pinching a little bit to get to the spines, it's a good indication to move it up by just a smidge, okay? So this is one way to fuse. You could turn your wand if you wanted to get into this inner corner in a different way. So it's super versatile. I highly recommend that you practice with it to see what you like, whatever feels good. You don't want to pull your lashes. You're really just applying what this was designed for, this horizontal clamp force. Really nice and even pressure along your gossamer lashes without any clipping to your gossamer lashes or your natural lashes. All right, so you can fuse in that reverse motion with the wand-ums on as well. So again, you're gonna play, you're gonna figure it out and see what you like. Let's fuse. We usually do a Lashify lift to keep the lashes lifted. I kind of feel like they're sitting high on this side for me. Sit back. We have two different eyes. Maybe now this side just needs a Lashify lift, right? We might find that we have two different eyes, and that's totally fine. You might find that one eye is shorter than the other and you have more on one side than the other. That's totally fine too. Nobody's gonna know. Nobody's gonna know. Questions. Hello. What lash do I order if I want it to look like I have mascara on? The ones that came with the starter kit are very thin. Okay, no problem. So if you want like a light mascara look, go with the bold control kit. Go with the bold lashes. So B for bold is going to still be natural, but it has thicker fibers than A and C. That's the one I started with as a new user, and I came from wearing mascara daily for like 25 years. So it gave me a very similar look to mascara. Try the B's, and then if you want even more, stack your B's, right? You can add more bond and add more to where you want volume. The next level up from B's, if you want like a bolder mascara look, is D, Drama. So, and those are my favorite as well. They're so good. You can't go wrong. How long can you wear them? Okay, let's see. Once you remove them, can you reuse, or do you have to use a new set? Kelly's also asking about reuse. So we've got some great customer hacks for cleaning and reuse. Join the Lashify Life Facebook group. Tons and tons of tips and tricks and Lashify hacks in there. We find that 90% of our clients reuse. They find that about 80% are reusable, depending on the style, depending on how you're using them, depending on how you're bonding, okay? The natural styles, obviously they're finer, so less reuse, potential reuse. The volume styles, they're a little bit more sturdy, and our customers have found that they are more able to reuse some of the volume styles. I hope that helps. Most of them use alcohol, like a high percentage, 91% or higher isopropyl alcohol. They soak them, they kind of brush them off with a like a small makeup brush, let them dry. That way they are sanitary and they're still good to go. If they survive, then you can wear them again. Amazing, amazing. Okay, so the last thing, wait, hold on. Before we seal, let me show you what they look like. Look at this. It looks like, I mean, these look like my lashes, right? Like, it just looks like I have fabulous natural lashes. Check out the lash cleavage. We call this lash cleavage because it's that beautiful top-down view. I mean, it looks like I grew these, or if I was really good about taking my vitamins or using my lash serum, right? So pretty, so pretty. You can go as natural as you like. We have a lot of natural styles, a variety of natural styles, and we have a wide collection of volume styles, so more fibers and or thicker fibers, and we have accent lashes that have very interesting construction, so you can mix and match all the styles together. You have the options of different lengths as well, so you can really create lash maps that accentuate your natural eye shape. You can change your eye shape with them as well, so it's so much fun. And if you don't like to wear too much makeup, this is it. You don't have to come in and hide a band, because there's no band, there's no heavy band. Everything's sitting underneath and it's super comfortable because I left that little bit of a gap, right? And if you are wearing makeup, you have all this lid space to play. You don't have to compete. This is really great if you have monolids or even hooded lids, right? Because with those types of eye shapes or eye types, you have this band that's sitting on top that you're kind of fighting with, right? We have eliminated the need to fight with your lashes. Now you just get to be happy and go about your day. Kelly, thank you so much. You're so sweet. So the last thing that comes in your control kit is glass. This is a water resistant sealer. I always tell people it's sort of optional. It depends on your eye chemistry. It depends on your lifestyle and how this product works for you, right? Kind of optional. Do an application with it, see what it does. Do an application without it, see what it does. Some people love it to complete their application. Other people are like, meh, I might use it, I might not. So when you're ready, I always have people wait 20 to 30 minutes to seal. You want your layers of bond to dry down as much as possible. Again, think of it as like layers of nail polish, right? Dry down your layers and then come and seal. Same thing, you're gonna use a very small amount. When you're ready, just give it a tiny little swipe, maybe two, and maybe a tiny bit extra on those inner and outer corners where we tend to have moisture pool, right? You can also come in, apply to the inside of your wand with the wandums on, and do a full fuse. You could come in and do a full fuse, and this would give you coverage on top and on the bottom, right? This is good for people with oily lids, or if you're wearing makeup and you want to make sure that there's no transfer. That is a good way to apply glass, and then leave it alone. Don't touch it. The less you do with your lashes, the better, right? I feel like my eyes are doing two different things. I have two different eyes. This eye is shorter in length. This eye is longer in length. This eye likes to be open. This eye, I call her my sultry eye. So sometimes we do a little bit of tweaking in our fusing to get them to sit how we want. And that's no problem. You're gonna get to know your eyes so well. Amazing, right? And then that's it. So good. If you're gonna wear for multiple days, pre-cleanse is gonna be your best friend. This is like the only thing you can use to clean along your lash line, clean through your lashes, get underneath, and it won't disrupt your bond. So oil will break up the bond. Any oil or dual phase makeup remover will easily remove your bond and gossamers. You'll get melt away in your control kit to use and remove. And then you're good, right? If your lashes get wet, it's best to just leave them be. Dry them down as much as possible. Don't touch them. You will be tempted to try and get them to sit in place. Don't touch them if they get a little bit wet or wiggly. Totally fine. Let them dry completely. And once they're dry, if you feel like you need to refuse to get them to be secure, make them feel secure, totally fine to do. And then you'll go about your day. Pre-cleanse is perfect for maintenance and prepping lashes. Yes, totally. It's also great as a facial toner. I've gotten rid of all my other facial toners and I just use pre-cleanse. It's really, really great. All right, guys. Well, this is Lashify. These are A10s. Just one size all the way across. You get two sizes in your control kit. So have fun, play. Join us in the Lashify Life Facebook group for more tips and tricks, for lash mapping ideas, storage ideas, funny memes, finding new friends. We have over 111 now, 1,000 members in there, and the education team and the Lashify staff is in there. Tons and tons of fun, amazing people. It's like a community like none other. So come and join us, come hang out. We're doing lives here on the website, on YouTube, on Facebook, on TikTok. Sahara likes to go live on Instagram. So wherever you guys are hanging out on social media, we are there. Come say hi, and we are always here for any of your questions. All right, everyone, have a great rest of your evening.